Good morning, children. Today I am here to explain about the principal organs of the United Nations. In my last video, I had explained you about General Assembly and Security Council. Today, I will be explaining the rest four principal organs of the United Nations. Now coming to International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. Now coming to composition of International Court of Justice. The court consists of 15 judges, the Security Council and the General Assembly. Each separately chooses 15 judges. No two judges can be nationals of same state. If two persons of the same nationality are chosen, only the elder becomes a member of the court. Now, power and functions of the International Court of Justice. First point is compulsory jurisdiction. The court possesses compulsory jurisdiction in two ways. First, a large number of treaties provide that disputes arising under them would be submitted to the court. Secondly, the jurisdiction extends to disputes pertaining to the interpretation of international law and reparation, that is, compensation to be made for the breach of an international obligations. Coming to second function, voluntary jurisdiction. Its jurisdiction covers all cases which the party refers to it. Now, advisory opinion. The General Assembly, the Security Council and other organs of the United Nations may request the court to give an advisory opinion on any legal question. Fourth function, codification of international law. Here, codification means the systematic organization of method and rules. Now, the court has played an important role in the codification of international law. Coming to the fifth function, evolving procedure for peaceful settlement of disputes. Everybody knows the court may suggest appropriate methods of settlement of disputes. Now coming to enforcement of the judgment. The court has been able to resolve most of the disputes which come up before it. The disputes related to matters such as fishing rights, compensation to be paid in cases of aerial incidents, and asylum given by government to foreigners who left their country. Now coming to Trusteeship Council. The Trusteeship Council was created to supervise the administration of 11 trust territories which were not fully self-governing. The Trusteeship Council was suspended in 1994 with the independence of Palau, the last UN trust territory. Next, Economic and Social Council. The Economic and Social Council consists of 54 members elected by the General Assembly. They are elected for 3 years term. If the object of the Security Council is to free the world from fear, the object of the Economic and Social Council is to be free. The object of the Economic and Social Council is to free it from want. Now coming to Secretariat. The Secretariat comprises a Secretary General and such other staff as the United Nations may require. The Secretary General is appointed by the General Assembly on the recommendation of the Security Council for a term of 5 years. He can be re-elected at the end of the period. Now, coming to the end of the chapter, I would request all the students to go through the full chapter, read it thoroughly and try to mug up the important points. Thank you.